Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I had to go get my headphones because Brian had taken them and not returned them. Fucking kids.
um, are we okay on YouTube? Because I don't know what my sound settings are. I don't know
You
anything.
sound perfect to me.
Okay.
Um, but I don't know what YouTube hears. So if they want to give us a good morning, Tiffany sounds like sultry, sexy honey, or
Mm-mm.
Tiffany sounds like
The
a
Crypt
gaggle of
Keeper.
geese
It's gonna be that one.
honking all over the place. Sounds good.
Is
I'm
that
kind of crackling off and on. I just plugged in my headphone. It's a little crackling. Well,
for you or me?
it says, I guess, for me, but I hope it gets better. That's all I can say. Dave's not here.
Our condolences.
Our condolences for shitty audio on this podcast. Dave's not here. He is on his way. Um, he is on his way. So let's see if this opens up. So anyway, welcome to this week's episode of Take It or Leave It. I am half of your host, Ziz Meredith Masony.
Hey, I'm Tiffany. This podcast will discuss all things marriage, motherhood, and everything in between. Please remember we're not professionals at anything you may actually need, though. So any advice we give, you can take.
Or leave because it might be crap. On today's episode of Take It or Leave It, I had a couple of ideas.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hold on. What happened here? Sorry. I got a haircut and it got cut too short. And I look like that boy from the Dutch boy paint can.
What the fuck? What? I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No, I don't. I didn't even brush my hair today. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Well, you look great.
That's a lie.
It is. But you're here.
And that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. 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 So last night, well, what do you want to start with? Do you want to do a quick recap and then we'll get into what I thought we could talk about for a little bit?
I have nothing.
You have nothing to recap? Nothing's happened in 7 days?
Yeah. I mean, uh, legs. It's all about taking care of Chloe. That's all I've been doing.
But okay, so update on how is she doing?
She's doing good. We got the cast off yesterday.
Oh, great.
And excuse me, she went to her dad's last night.
Uh-huh.
So um do you want to know why I said I have nothing?
Okay.
Truthfully, because I have so much that all I would do is complain.
So let's set a timer and you now have 2 minutes to complain about whatever you want.
Okay, starting now.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just the same shit I've always complained about.
Uh-huh.
I am I don't think we as humans are built to take care of children, homes, jobs, and ourselves.
Mhm.
It is too much.
Mhm.
I am walking around my house like this is disgusting. I
Mm.
really need help. I
Mm.
need someone to come help me because I have so many other priorities that only I can do. That this is one of those things I feel like somebody else could do.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know. My house is a disaster. My mind is a disaster, and I just want to sleep instead of dealing with any of it because I don't know where to start. I'm on repeat. I'm like a CD that skips. I complain about the same shit for 7 years now. It's the same shit. I've been to therapists. I've tried everything. I mean, I'm sure I haven't tried everything. I've tried almost everything. I started a project, dude.
Do I want to know?
You do not want to know because imagine my sunglasses on tour, but my house. I don't know if you remember.
I do remember the sunglass. Do you mean like the outside of your house?
Nope. I mean like the inside. Like, you know how my sunglasses were always so obnoxious and
Yes.
extra and embezzled and bejeweled and bedazzled and
Yep.
colorful?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to do dopamine decor in my home on a whim. And I stripped my living room. I took the shelves down,
No.
ripped out the screws, spackled them up, freaking sanded it down, ready to go. And then I looked around the rest of my house and I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, you have so much laundry. The dishes are piled up. You haven't had a day to chill in a month. And you're tearing down the paint and wallpaper. Like, what in the escapism? What? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I do this to myself. If I don't have chaos, I don't know how to survive.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's a legitimate, like, real deal thing that happens with people who are, trauma survivors and people who grew up in dysfunctional homes, addicts, chaos seeking and now it's the only way you can get dopamine because you don't drink, you don't do drugs. So you are just like, I'm going to set a little bomb off, and we're going to see what happens. And it's the same every time. Boom! I've paid a lot of money in therapy to realize that I am addicted to chaos.
Yes, bitch. Yes, yes. So whenever anybody is like, "How are you?" and I'm like, "Well, honestly, I just keep effing myself in the A with no lube for funsies." How are you?
Effing in the A with no lube for funsies. That's a t-shirt. If I ever did see one.
Yeah, I don't know what my deal is, dude. I don't know what my deal is. So yeah, so that's it. So I've been focusing 100% on Chloe, and I've been using that as
and turning your house into Elton John's summer home.
Okay, who the fuck said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah,
Did you say that?
With the way you described it, I would assume Elton John. It's turnkey Elton John moving ready.
I can't believe that's the most accurate way to describe it, dude.
I can just see it in my head, and I can tell right now Elton John would be like, "Fabulous, love it, let's go."
I can't stand you. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, Chloe. Chloe is like. So I've had her the whole time.
Like a month, right? Nonstop.
She's been hailing. Yeah, which is fine because that's what most parents do. They have their kids all the time.
Like, yeah, but I just mean, especially with the foot injury.
Right. We bonded. My God. Last night was the first night she wasn't here and I was crying because I missed her. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been laying next to her injured body, waiting on her hand and foot, and in between shopping for iridescent wall hangings. I don't know what is wrong.
Chloe, does this look enough like a mermaid to hang in the living
room? Literally. Meanwhile, my 2022 taxes aren't done. I need to get my shit together.
Fucking IRS. Fucking tell me I have to pay my 2022 taxes. You don't know my business. Ma'am, that's literally our business, to know your business and to know that you are 3 years overdue on your taxes. Well, I'm busy making sure Elton's stay is memorable.
I'm really busy looking up holographic balloons that you can hang all year round from your living room.
You're texting
Yeah.
them. Do you see these new lights I got? IR fucking S.
Yeah, exactly.
They make me happy. They bring me joy. Why don't you call fucking Maria Kondo and ask her about joy and her
Yeah, maybe
taxes?
exactly. You guys
Exactly.
need a neon green sign
Oh my
that
God, I'm
says
dead.
sleep all day
I'm
in
dead.
your living room. I don't know, dude. But anyway, so that's what's up with me. That feels
Mm.
like it was a lot longer than 2 minutes, but I really needed it. So thank you.
Say it. It's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6 minutes. That's okay. It's okay. I mean, once we got going, the train left the station, it was worth the ride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
worth the ticket, as
I
they say.
apologize, everyone, but I feel better. So thank you for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was a
Yeah.
great way to start the show. I honestly couldn't have planned anything that would have been better than that. I I mean, that
Yeah.
was great. I mean, I'm sorry for, the shit storm.
No,
Um
there's nothing to be sorry for. Literally, it's all my own doing. So please don't apologize. It is. It's me. It's me.
I just wish I lived close enough to come over and clean because when I'm done rage cleaning at my house, I could just rage clean your house.
Oh, that would be a dream come
And
true.
it's so therapeutic for me. You
That's
know,
wild.
it is. I love when I get like that, just monotonous, the same over and over again, that release of just like scrubbing grout or scrubbing the tile or doing like cleaning the shower, cleaning the countertop. I just love it. It just numbs the brain.
I I'm gonna go ahead and we'll agree to disagree.
No, I get it. I know we're very different in those ways, but it would be like, I guess, you sitting there and looking for these, crystal ball 1976 discotheque wall hangings.
I did get a disco ball.
I fucking knew it.
I did.
I fucking
Of
knew
course I
it.
did. Because when
Of
the
course.
light hits the disco ball,
Uh,
it just you know what I mean? It sets the mood for the house.
it.
Meredith, I've never scrubbed a piece of tile grout.
How do you know you don't like it then?
I can imagine. I can imagine. I
Me-
can imagine. Like
Okay.
I told you there was dust forming on my bookshelves. And I'm like, what is this?
Mm.
Where's this coming from? Like I couldn't because remember when I was doing great and I was working and touring. I had a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Well, I obviously haven't been able to afford a cleaning lady in a really long time. And so dust just started accumulating.
Bitch, you're the cleaning lady.
And I'm like, well, okay, but I'm not a duster, dude. I'm not a duster. I don't even own a dusting tool. You know a duster?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
own one.
Yeah, I know.
Do you?
Well, you could just use a rag.
Yeah, I don't know. It just nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah, sounds suspect. I get it. I get it.
Anyway,
I
what's
get
up with you?
So we got to see we last week was really fucking long because we drove down to Miami again
Mm-hmm.
for another track meet. That drive is not easy. So 6 hours there. We get in, we get to the hotel. We wake up in the morning, go pick up Matthias, take him and his buddy out for lunch, meet them at the school, watch the meet, get back in the car at 5 p.m. just in time for Miami rush hour traffic. And we basically sit on the turnpike for 90 minutes and get home at midnight. Matthias had a great meet. It was his 19th birthday. He PR'd, he jumped 15.6. He actually cleared 16.1, went over the bar and hit the bar on the way down. So that was depressing because you could literally I watched him clear it. I watched him pike his hips. He had 6 inches of clearance on the bar. And then I watched his shin hit the bar on the way down. And I was like, no fucking way. But it was a great day. First 2 meets, 2 PRs, 3 PRs technically, because he PR'd twice last meet and once this meet. And he got invited to the big time University of Florida college meet that is Saturday. So he got a big time invite, which is huge as a freshman.
That's so awesome,
Big
dude.
deal. So he had a great weekend. I got home at midnight and then had a golf tournament at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning that I wanted to die. I wanted to stab my own eyes out because I was like, I cannot believe I committed to this. I didn't know that there was a track meet in Miami the day before, obviously, or I would have never committed to doing it.
That's so wild that that's your life.
So then I go to this golf tournament with, I believe she's a new friend. I'm not sure because you know how I don't know how to have friends.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know that she's a new friend, but she was my partner. I've played golf with her a couple of times. Our kids are friends. I think that's how you just become eventually friends with people is do your kids hang out? And if your kids hang out, you will inevitably hang out perhaps. So Sophia hangs out with her. She has twin 16-year-old girls. Bless her.
Oh, yeah. They're
heart.
really close, aren't they?
No. There are 2 sets of twin 16-year-old girls now.
Oh, okay.
And yes, the first set of twins, I am, in fact, golf friends and friendly with the mother. Lovely lady. This is the new set of twins. So we have original twins and new edition twins, both the same age, all 16. Could you imagine the gaggle of 16-year-olds? And this is the new mom. They moved down from, God, I want to say something awful like Indiana.
I don't think you can say awful in front of
I mean, like the weather, like cold weather place. Like maybe Indiana, maybe Boston, maybe something freezing is what I want to say, right? Like, because they're like, oh, it's hot here. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's Florida. Like you moved from like the coldest place to like Hades. So anyway, so we get out there and we're playing and, you know, we're not good. I mean, and I'm looking at the leaderboard and we're in like last place.
Oh no.
and so we're just dying laughing because it's hilarious, right? It's like, how many strokes was this hole? We got lost in the woods at one point. We just kept chopping and they're like, how many strokes? And I'm like, 12, Karen, fucking 12. Okay. She's like, the limit's 10. I'm like, fuck off.
That's hilarious.
So it was awful. So I don't know, maybe halfway through we ate a gummy, called it a fucking day. So I can tell you with wholehearted certainty, we came into that lunch high as a kite. And all the old ladies were trying to talk to us and we were just hammering the free food at the buffet.
Oh my God, that's so freaking funny.
High as a kite.
That's a friend.
Oh,
if you guys, were you giggling?
Oh, hilarious. And then I looked at my watch and I was like, oh my God, I have to take Sophia to basketball.
I feel like you shouldn't say that out loud.
I didn't take her. I didn't drive. She drives. She has her license.
Oh, okay.
I didn't drive. Heavens to Betsy, no.
Yeah.
So I get home and I go, Sophia, you have to drive. And she goes, I don't want to drive. And I go, I'm so sorry, but it's not in the cards for me today. And she's like, why? And I'm like, none of your business. Drive me to the game.
That's not how you said it.
I'm positive there was an accent involved. She was so confused.
Oh my gosh.
Dave said you could turn yourself up a tittle bit.
Again? Or since the last time?
I don't know. Just a little bit, he said, a smidgen.
Currently. Because he texted me.
Oh, you texted her and she said she turned it up. He says a little bit more.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Okay, he said good.
Okay.
Like an angel.
Oh.
Sent from above. So anyway, so that was the golf tournament. And then I got home after Sophia's basketball game. And here's the best part. I'm sitting in there watching the game and I'm sitting all by myself and I'm just recording video after video after video. And we walk out and I said, I'm really sorry that you guys lost. You played hard. And she goes, we won. I had no chocolate game.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
I was so sad and then so happy.
Jesus Christ.
And then I went home and took a 3-hour nap.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you need to do gummies every day, Meredith.
Oh, it was the most. I looked at her so sincere. I'm so sorry you lost.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
for your loss.
So,
She's
so
like,
you got
"We
me, Tiffany?
won."
Hey, yes, I can hear you.
Hey, so the another part of that, I ended up golfing with her husband that afternoon.
And you guys did meth.
no, I was
Oh.
like, oh, they had quite the time this morning, and then I said, I believe they were a little frustrated after a hole or two, so they may have dove into the gummies. He goes, really? That's why she came home and napped for like 4 hours. Because it all makes sense now.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. It was hilarious. And let me just tell you, way better golfing that way.
Listen,
Way better.
that's too much. Like I was so paranoid when I used to smoke. Like I could never go to a kid's basketball game. I could never go golfing. I could never go to where there's a bunch of old people everywhere. Like I would be tripping, dude. I'd be like, this is so weird.
It was so fun. I was just like, but the whole time, like I was like, I'm acting so cool. And then I'm talking to her and she's like, what is wrong with you? We won. And I was like, I knew that.
That's so
Great
funny.
job.
I like that.
So anyway, it was hilarious. And then I did go home and I slept for like 3 hours. And then it was just
you said, I'm sorry you guys lost. You played really hard. She's like, we won. That's so funny.
And so then I sent her all the videos and she's like, why are these zoomed all the way in? And I was like, for dramatic effect.
You're going in and out, trying to turn it sideways and make like a cool edit.
And for everybody who's going to give me shit and tell me what a terrible parent and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm going to get even fuck off. Okay.
Yeah.
All I did was relax a little bit. I didn't drive. I didn't do anything irresponsible. I was having a nice time. I don't drink alcohol anymore. So a little gummy here or there. You can kiss my ass, okay? I had a blast. It was so much better to golf that way because it was so painfully slow. It was like it was painfully slow. And we had a really good time after that. And I do think that the other ladies we were golfing with though were really thought we were weird because they had no idea why we were laughing so much. And so they were like, we're not really sure what's wrong with them, but there's an issue. And that's because we were high. So that's that. So anyway, that's my caveat on that. You can save your judgment for someone else.
If anybody tries to tell you, like the whole entirety of the internet always says you need to relax. So you finally have, so they could suck it. You know what I mean? Like, what do people want from me? Do you want me to relax or not?
Yeah. So it was by far the most relaxed I had been. And then Dave took a picture of me while I was waking up from the nap, and it looked like I had been buried. And it was like I had passed. And it was done. It was over. Let me see if I can find the picture.
He's going to save it for an anniversary post.
Oh, he's the worst with that. He loves to save pictures where I look ridiculously awful and then post them on the internet. Hold on. Oh, it's shot day, by the way. So we cannot. Oh, here's the track meet. Oh, maybe you didn't. Did it not get saved to the phone? No, wait. Here's the track. Here's. Oh, I took 500 videos of basketball. I can't find it. I don't know. Yeah. So
That's
anyway. Funny. Oh, I'll just go to my friend. I sent it to her in a text.
Befriend?
The friend. The new friend. The new friend. Can you see this?
You do look deceased.
Do you see? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look your head's not even on the pillow.
No, it didn't matter.
You look so little in that bed
It
for some
was-
reason.
It was
So tiny, like a little kid.
It was a mess, but amazing and a good time. So, and then the week sort of
We'll never
great.
know.
So I'm going to the Mom 2 conference. I'm leaving in like 2 hours.
Oh,
I know you hate it. Tiffany, that would be probably, I mean, it's one version of hell for her. I don't know if it's the worst version, but it is a version of hell for her. So no, I would not invite her. But my roommate just texted that she may be backing out. She'll let me know at 11:30. But that was my roommate, and I really needed her to foot half the bill. So
oh, dang.
I'm a little pissed because
Why? How can she? Wait, how can
it's
she
not
back
her
out
fault.
at the last
She
minute?
had knee surgery a week ago, and she was feeling great. And she said, "My knee had a setback. Going to my ortho appointment at 11:30. I'll call you." So I can't be mad, but I'm mad because
Right.
I need half that money.
Dang, if I didn't have a movie screening tomorrow, I would go with you.
Okay. Don't
That's
even
too
have to
bad.
pretend. You don't
Okay.
even have to pretend. Oh, how did the Tampa one go?
It went great.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it went good.
Good.
This next one is in my town.
Yeah, that I thought they were the same weekend, but they were a weekend apart or back to
Mhm.
back. Okay. So it's tomorrow or Saturday?
Yep,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear, dude. It doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about it. Last week when I was trying to go to the movie premiere, I slammed the door and screamed, "I'm not going," while I was naked in my closet. It was one of those.
So it went well.
So, yeah. So I bought a new outfit off Amazon. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I'm wearing jeans and I don't care. But there's a bunch of people from my life randomly who are coming.
You could wear jeans though. Remember at the premiere we went to, and you've been to others now, there were people who were wearing jeans.
I know, but I just
One
wanna
of the
be a
people
classy
in the
broad.
movie was wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that person like has been on television shows. They can
I
show
don't
up however
care.
they want.
You can show up however you want. You're actually the star of the movie.
No,
Hmm.
I'm not, Meredith. It's weird. So every time we do a premiere, everybody introduces me as the star, and it makes me feel so weird because I'm like, it's not how I envisioned being a star in a movie, crying about my children
I
dying.
feel like it's the only way I envisioned you in a movie. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it is. It's weird. It's like I'm in it probably more than anybody, but
You are. You are by far the character line that is followed all the way through. But I really hope for a part 2.
really?
Yeah. Because people are like, what happens next? And then you're going to be like, watch out, motherfuckers.
I know.
Because it's a page turner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird seeing him in the film, but the crazy thing is in the film you could just tell that like I don't know. I don't know how to explain. I don't want to give anything away, but like during these challenges, my dream partner would not have reacted the way that this person reacted in these scenarios. Like God love him, he tried his best, but looking back on it, I'm like, that's not what I needed in that moment. That's not what I needed in that moment. Why do you look perplexed?
I feel like best is a really strong word to use.
What did I say?
You said he tried his best, and I disagree.
Okay.
I don't feel like that was what was happening at all. But I also didn't live with you, and I wasn't in your marriage, so
Right.
you do you. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so I thought maybe it would be fun. So Dave shot 72,
Which is good.
which is good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, she said. That's an appropriate response. Okay, what mine wasn't? I'm pretty sure I texted, wow, great job. Let's see.
Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome, Dave.
Let's see. We'll try to go back to it so I can tell you exactly what.
I don't know what that means. 72.
So it means he shot even par, which is a big deal. Let's see. We text so much that it's very hard to find. Oh, that was a naked photo. How do I delete that? Sorry, more trash. Okay, we don't need that. What topic? Naked pics? Do spouses send each other naked pictures or partners? I would assume
No.
so. What?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, you don't ever send anyone naked pictures of you.
Okay, I don't do it either.
Liar.
So asking for a friend, how would you hide them so that they don't get seen?
What do you say?
What'd you say?
How would I can't keep those pictures in your thread because the kids come on the computer.
Right. Yeah, you
would I
can't.
hide them? So
How
I
do
can
you
keep them.
how do you hide them? I don't know.
Well, they have apps where it's a hidden folder app. You keep them in a hidden folder. It's disguised as like a calculator, but
Oh, really?
yeah. Then you need a password to get into it.
So there's a app that's like a hidden folder that you can put on your phone that looks like a calculator or something, but you need a password to get into it, and people keep nudes on there.
Apparently.
Apparently, not Tiffany though. She knew a lot about it.
I sure did.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Just shot a 72. Wow. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Way to go. Exclamation point.
That's good.
That's
a
what
good
I thought
response.
it was an appropriate response. Did you literally just download that? Okay, put it on my phone too.
Oh my gosh. You
'Cause
guys
you-
are such sketch balls.
What?
You're just a bunch
You
of
don't
sketch
like a
balls.
little naked pic here and there?
Absolutely not. No. It's too risky. My kids are always like, Mommy, give me your phone.
With someone in the cart next to me, and I had to turn my phone.
Where were you when I sent you that naked picture? On the golf course. See, I'm the reason you shot a 72. It's my left tit.
You just pulled it out, the little
Just the
flash number.
one. Just the one. I was like, here you go. Snippety snap.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, any hoozle. Yeah, I don't do that. So no, I thought it would be so in therapy on Monday. And I told you this already. I don't know if I've told the internet or not. I can't remember what I've said this week on the internet. But after the session, Nancy was like, okay, I just need you to listen to the whole thing that I'm going to say before you react. But we've done a lot of therapy. And she was doing like this with her hands, like, like really like we've done a lot of therapy. And you're doing a great job. But with your level of anxiety and the amount of talk therapy that we've done, and we've started now the DBT, I think it's in your best interest to start a medication. And I was like, oh, that doesn't upset me. I hear you. I said, I've tried 3 and I've had 0 benefit. So, like, what are your thoughts? Because
When
I
you
was
say
like,
tried, what do you mean?
I mean, I was on 3 different medications since probably my early 30s.
For how
First
long?
one was probably at 28, and then through my 30s, a couple of months on each medication. And the side effects were so awful on top of just not feeling any benefit. And the last one that I tried was so horrific. I immediately stopped because I was fearful. Wellbutrin had me in a bad way. A bad way. So I have tried 3 different types of antidepressant, anti-anxiety meds, none of which worked. So she gave me a list and told me to make another appointment with my psychiatrist and to talk about that route, about going a different route. She goes, "You're not depressed. So depression medication is not really going to do what we need it to do for you because it's all anxiety." And so she sent me a list, and I have an appointment next week, Thursday, to see my psychiatrist. And we're going to talk, because I've been doing this. I say I've been doing this all on my own, but what I mean is I've been doing this unmedicated for a very long time. The Wellbutrin, I tried Matthias's senior year, and that was the hysterical crying episodes got way worse. And I had really bad intrusive thoughts as a result of it. And I was like, I can't take this. This is not good for me. So anyway, so I do have an appointment for that. So we're going to look at a couple of different options, and then I'm going to see what they think is best. But what it made me think of when I was sitting there talking with her is the worst case scenario. Like, that's how we live every day, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, every day, all day, we're always thinking about the worst case scenario as somebody with very high levels of anxiety. And people who don't have high levels of anxiety like we do are not thinking worst case scenario every single time. Every thought is followed by, well, if that happens, then what's going to happen next? And then what's going to happen next? And then if that happens, then what's going to happen next? And then, blah, blah, blah. So, like, what are some of the worst case scenarios that you have thought of? Because you've done, and in this movie, you do, what's it called? Therapy?
Exposure
Therapy. Because in the movie, it talks about some of your worst case scenarios, right? So obviously, without giving the plot away of the movie or whatever, what are some of your worst? Will you share some of your worst case scenarios that you have, like, right now?
Interesting. Well, my worst case scenario is death. Ultimately, always
Okay.
death. When the kids aren't with me, I have no control over anything, and so anything can happen. And they're riding in whoever's cars, whatever. Like, that is a fear. But my biggest thing now that I've done the exposure therapy, it isn't so much them choking, them becoming paralyzed, any of that. It's them not receiving enough love or not having their basic needs met. So, for example, I only have my kids half of their life now. Like, at this point, like, I only get them half their life. So I'm missing out on half. So there's a whole half of the month where I don't know if they're being told I love you, how often they're being told I love you. I don't know if they're being listened to. I don't know if somebody's noticing the subtle nuances in their eyes when they say they're okay, but they're actually not okay. I don't know that they're being loved the way that I would love them. And so I get really obsessive about that. So the worst case scenario for me is thinking about my kids laying in bed, blaming themselves for adults' untreated shit. Now,
That is not only deep, but that's, like, so real, I think, for a lot of parents. But I guarantee you it takes up way more space in your brain than a normal person's brain.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that too.
What?
Now that my hormones are balanced and I've figured out a lot of my health shit, if meds would work for me. Because I wasn't every other time I've tried them. But we'll see. That's a conversation for I'll talk about that not next week because the appointment's on Thursday, but the week after. And I'll fill everybody in. But yeah, no, I think that that's what you're saying. I know even though I have my kids all of the time, right? Like I still have that same thought. Like, am I giving you, I mean, I talked about it last week in therapy alone. I was like, is the way that I am ruining my kids?
Right.
I
Well,
had that exact conversation with Nancy. I was like, is who I am, how I am ruining them? I get it.
Yeah. And to be clear, I'm not saying my half of their life is good because I don't know. Maybe I'm loving them too much. Maybe I'm babying them too much. Maybe I'm letting them get away with too much
Pendulum swing situation. Yeah.
because I don't know what's going on over there. So when they do come to me, I want it to be happy. I want it to be sanctuary. I want it to be a safe place. I don't want them to have too many burdens. I don't want them to be miserable. So because of that, I don't receive the help that I need from them as far as like chores and shit like that. They aren't doing chores like they should be. They aren't cleaning up after themselves like they should be. I'm doing all of it, but it's because I have a week of walking around an empty house lacking purpose. And then when they are here, I'm like, okay, now it's my time to be a parent and make their life better.
So you touched on that a little bit the other week, saying that your boyfriend started sort of mentioning those types of things. And has he stepped in and sort of been like, okay, now everybody puts their plates in the sink when he's there? Like, is that something that he started doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you.
You didn't like it.
I'm struggling with, I don't always agree, even though it's what's best. Like if he's like, okay, guys, put your, we're going to have dessert. So put your plates in the sink or whatever. And of course he made dinner. He's making the dessert. Like he's doing all of it. So, but I'm like, but they're so little. Just let me do it for them. Like they don't have to do that. Let them just enjoy their childhood. And it's gonna F them up. It's gonna F them up. So I need to get out of my own way. I need to get out of and I want to be clear. It's not that he's coming in and barking orders and taking over and trying to
No,
parent
I've
them.
met him. I can say that I don't think that man barks.
No, he doesn't. He's an angel. But he also is like, okay, well, my kids are here too. So I have certain rules that I want them to abide by, even though we're at your house. So he has his kids abide by my house rules, which I established and have hanging on the wall. So his kids do the same thing. But it's just
Is there
weird having
sequins on the rules?
sequins.
Yeah.
Not
Did
yet.
you
No,
bedazzle it?
not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't like other people telling my kids what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But I do think
Even their dad. Like we'll be somewhere and I'll hear him like bark and order at them. And I'm like, ooh, don't talk to my baby like that. Don't do that. I don't know. I think I'm smothering them. I think I'm treating them like they're babies. And I think it's because I am in denial about how much time has passed since the divorce. I'm in denial about how much I've missed out on, how big they are, how capable they are.
Well, I will tell you that there are stretches where you do feel like you've blinked and it's like, shit. Like they got bigger because you don't notice it in those micro moments. And then you'll be standing in the kitchen. Like it happened to me the other day with Brian. And I turned and he walked through the hallway with he's got this big fucking head of hair, right? Like all my kids luckily got Dave's when he had hair. Gorgeous, as Brian would say. He had luscious locks, like this gorgeous head of just this beautiful hair. And he comes walking through and turns his head trying to be all funny and is saying something to me. And he's taller than me. And I'm just like, when did this happen? Like that's the baby. And the baby is now probably a half an inch taller than me. I will always be taller than Sophia, poor thing. she barely made 5'2". But I stood there in the kitchen and I was just like, the baby's bigger than me. Like Like, where does it go? So I don't think you notice it in the little day-to-days, but then you have these weird, like, moments as a mom where they're just they've gotten big, they've grown up a little bit. And yeah, like, I remember when we first obviously, we weren't friends, we were just acquaintances at the time. Little did I know that we weren't friends, and
Oh,
you let me know
whatever.
that we weren't friends. Like, how little the kids were, like, they were toddlers. And now I look at your kids and I'm like, damn, they're going to school for the sex ed talk.
Yeah.
So it's, it's been a minute. Like, it's been some time has passed. So it happens. And that, I think every mom can relate to that, and being in that spot and situation. So I get it, but you're right. Like, you don't want to smother them, and you don't want them to become entitled and not be able to do for themselves. And
But it isn't until you start bringing other people in that you realize this shit, though. Like when Drew's girlfriend started coming around, she's an outside set of eyes who isn't
Yeah.
as obsessed with the kids as I am. So she sees like they're capable of doing this stuff. They're just manipulating you into thinking that they can't. You know what I mean? And then my boyfriend came in and was like, you know that they can put their own laundry in a laundry basket and put it in the laundry room. You don't have to do that. I'm like, well, you're wrong, because they don't know what a laundry basket is, because they're babies. And he's
Listen,
like, they're 10.
I was sending Matthias off to school, living on his own down in Miami. I was just like, there's no, but I will tell you, that's why I love Life 360 so much, because I can still track his ass. And I'm like, I know where you are. I'm watching you. I just got an alert on my phone that says you're driving too fast. And I will still call and text him and be like, 86 miles an hour. I don't think so. Where are you? Oh, I'm not driving. I was like, give the phone to the driver.
That's hilarious.
I will tell them to slow the fuck down.
He's like, I'm in college.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't care. I pay your bills. Life 360 is telling me that you need to slow down. It said, like, I got an alert, risky drive. I was like, risky? We don't do risk. And so shout out to Life 360. If you'd like to give us money, I'd love to pimp your shit out. It's the best app. I will never take it off of. I don't care how old the kids get. It will be a requirement for them to always have it on their phones. Fuck, I have your family circle on my Life 360.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I love it. I know when Tiffany comes and goes, it's mostly 2 times a day, and I know it's for school. And when her kids aren't there, bitch never moves out the house.
Bet your ass I ain't going nowhere.
But somebody actually, can you hand me my phone? I took a screenshot. Somebody actually posted, and it was funny because they tagged me, and I didn't even know why they tagged me, but I guess I've talked about Life 360 so many times. So somebody in the supporter group said, my son calls me and says, thank you, Mom. He's 18, lives on his own, for making me keep Life 360 on my phone. It literally saved me. I was concerned when he told me that, but then he said the alternator on his truck went bad. He needed it to be towed, and it was so close to home, they did it for free. And I said, that's why you keep that on your phone. So thank you, Meredith Masony, for suggesting the app. So apparently I've been just suggesting this app for so friggin' long because I love it so much. It's time that they pay me now.
I agree. I'm surprised you haven't worked with them.
Life 360, come on. I love this app. I think every parent should have it. And I do, especially when your kids are far away, or you have a new teen driver or whatever. Track their little asses to the end of the earth. But yeah, no, I think it's there's obviously phases of it, and it gets a little bit harder, but luckily Matthias still texts every day, and he tries to call every night before bed, and
adorable.
But
That's
it's
so
really
cute.
hard to have them far away from you, but they are capable of doing all of the things. Like, he's out there, he's living on his own. I use air quotes because obviously it's not like he's paying all of his bills. He's in college, but he is doing, as he says, adult things.
This is where the rubber meets the road, though. This is because you did such a great job of training him and raising him to do those things. And I notice it when I come over as a guest. Your kids are just as accommodating as you. They're like, do you need a pillow? Do you need an extra blanket? Can I fluff this for you? Do you want some breakfast? Like, they're so well I don't want to use the word trained, but it's essentially our job to train them to be grown-up adults. Like, you've done such a great job. My kids are going to be at college and be like, Mom, how do I lock this door? They're going to be like, what is toilet paper and where does it go? Why are there so many buttons on this stove, Mom? What do I do? Like, I need to get my shit together. I just, for some reason,
Well, if you want a summer camp to send the kids to,
your house,
Camp Masony
that's hilarious.
can get the job done. I'm just saying, send me your wayward teens and children, and I will get them
That's
into
true.
shape.
Do they have anything that exists like?
Oh,
Life?
did you not see that documentary
Which
about
one?
those wayward teen like forestry camps? That one that got in major trouble?
The Jesus one?
No, I watched it a while ago. It was like maybe it was religious based. I can't remember. You'd have to go back through on like Netflix. They kidnapped the kids out of their homes,
Oh yeah.
snatch them up, take them to these like wayward teen outdoor survival camps. And they were I mean these kids were abused. Like there's no question about it. They were
Mhm.
abusing these kids and it was crazy, and the parents were giving them unbelievable sums of money to do it.
It's kind
And
of
I was
sad.
oh my,
The
it is
parents are
very
so
sad.
desperate.
Yeah, I mean the whole situation, all the way around, right? These were kids that were getting in a ton of trouble, getting arrested, blah blah blah, whatever it was. But my point is, they like if you look up this documentary, I don't remember if it was Hulu or Netflix or whatever, but it was insane. And they would like there was like never any graduating out. They kept telling them like, oh no, you have to send more money. They're not ready to be sent home yet. They need another 6 months. And it's like, you've had this kid for like 4 years.
Wow.
Send them back. So anyway,
Interesting.
it was not like you would think, where it was like, we're going to teach you some manners and responsibilities and skills training. It was insanity. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously there are, I'm sure, legitimate programs out there. This Netflix documentary that I saw was insane. So,
I think it has so much to do, like my parents tried, but I think it was too late by the time they started trying to implement shit. Because by then, what is that face?
adolescence? What are you talking about? What?
Who are you talking to?
You said, what is that phase?
That face.
Oh, I don't know. What face?
You were making a face like something was happening around you at your house.
Oh, I was itching my arm. I don't know.
Okay, well, it made my brain short circuit
Okay.
because I'm like, what is going on? It was a
Nothing.
very concerned look,
No,
like
I
someone
had a
was breaking
bump.
into your house.
I had Speaking of breaking in,
What?
last night we went to bed with the garage door open and the garage door into the home unlocked. I walked out this morning, realized that we slept all night, basically bare naked, ass up to the street. Clutching my pearls.
Bare naked ass up to the street. What?
Clutching my pearls, I run inside. Dave, the garage door was open and the garage door to the house was unlocked. We could have been burgled or murdered.
Oh my God.
And he looks at me and he goes, are the golf clubs still there?
He would too, this motherfucker.
And I was like, okay.
I do
I
that
see what's
almost every
important.
night accidentally.
Oh gosh. I always check. I don't know how we missed it last night.
Oh my God, it's so funny. You said exposed naked ass up to the street.
That's what it feels like. Could you imagine going to sleep with your door unlocked? It's like you're just presenting and waiting to be taken.
My neighbors always text me. She's like, just so you know, your door is open. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, nobody's texting us. We are not liked on the circle.
Really? Your neighbors don't like you?
No, they called an HOA meeting just because of us. What are you talking about? They hate us.
Oh my gosh.
They hate us.
That sucks, dude.
Then after I put that turf in the backyard,
wait.
What?
Whatever happened with that? Did you have to take it out?
No, I told them I wasn't taking it out. They sent me a letter saying I have to rip out the turf I put in the backyard because it's not natural or real to the area. And I wanted to take a picture of my neighbor and be like, neither is this shit show in their fucking backyard. But I get to look at that every day.
Phil, cut that, please.
Phil, cut that, please. Sorry.
Oh.
Was that not allowed to say?
It could be any neighbor. We don't know.
No, he said don't remind them we still have turf. They'll send another letter.
Oh, so we want all that cut out.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, Phil. Yeah, point being, we're not liked on the circle. So, and that's okay. I'm not.
Why are you calling it the circle?
We live on a loop. It's a circle.
That's
why I call it the circle.
You should start a mission to like be liked again, like bake cookies for everybody and go around and give it to them.
No, I would with laxatives in them.
Okay. Phil? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would not ever do that. No, I'm not baking.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not bringing cookies to anybody. I don't care if people don't like me. I'm fine with it.
Oh, I care.
I'm a hobbit. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to go anywhere. So last night we had an interesting conversation. So how did we get on that topic of you flirting? Of how you flirt? Yes, you do. Dave says he does
with other people.
Yes.
Really?
He said that he doesn't know when he's flirting.
I'm nice. Apparently, me being nice means I'm flirting.
Yeah, sometimes. Because first of all, you're a grumpy ass MFer.
Can you excuse me? My cat's having a gosh dang party in the bathroom. Do you hear it?
I did. Do you have to go break it up?
I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to move, but if I hear it again, I'm going to get up.
Okay. So we're sitting there and he's like, well, how do you know when I flirt? And I said, I've seen you flirt. He gets a little bit uncomfortable. He smiles real big. He kind of does this thing with his shoulders.
What?
He does.
Okay. You have to see the story that she basically described. So just close your eyes for a second, Tiffany.
Okay.
Think of Quasimodo with a pirate peg leg and a hyena smiling with the teeth at you, going.
Do you growl?
That's how she described me flirting.
Do you growl?
And she was dead fucking serious. And I'm like, what?
That's so funny. What a funny visual.
Yeah, it's terrific. And I was like, first of all, I don't go out flirting with people.
I've seen
Second
you
of
flirt.
all, I said, I have seen people and I find them attractive and I'm nice. And she goes, well, that's it. You're nice. She's like, if someone's not attractive, are you not nice to them? I'm like, I'm not extra nice to them.
Oh, isn't that terrible?
I'm just regular nice.
Which for you is grumpy. Damn. Yeah. Could you believe such a thing?
She then says that she doesn't flirt.
No, I didn't say that.
She made a statement that in our entire marriage, she has never looked at any other man and thought, oh, he's attractive. She's never found anyone attractive.
That's not true. I said, first of all, I have plenty of dudes on Instagram that I find attractive. And I will go out of my way to go to a page and be like, this is nice, and scroll. So I am not going to sit here and say that I do not find people attractive. They're not in my orbit. I have not come across any of these men. I can safely tell you that I have never been out in the general public and somebody walked past and I thought, damn, that guy is so fine. He's like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's one of my all-time fave heartthrob
pick
crushes.
The 0.0001% person in the world,
'Cause
and they don't walk in Publix. No shit.
He's so tasty. He's so
Ew.
yummy in my tummy.
He's not.
He is.
Um,
Stop it.
Yeah,
Tiffany,
no, let
have
me
you
not
ever
judge.
walked out- Have you ever been out in public and been like, oh, nice looking guy?
Oh, she says it all the
So,
time.
Yeah, what I was going to say, Dave, is the truthful, honest truth. I've been with Meredith a whole bunch, and I've never one singular time seen her point someone out. I am always the one who's like, damn.
She
Remember that
is.
guy with dreads?
Yes.
He was so fine. I wanted to follow him down the street, but
You tried to go into the parking garage, and I was like, this is how every scary movie starts.
yeah, it's me. Yeah, but she doesn't. She doesn't ever point him. I
verbalize
guess
it. She doesn't.
it's not because it's
She doesn't verbalize it.
You
can
don't
see
know.
it. If you watch her, you can see it. She gets a little, if it's indoors or whatever, she gets a little quiet, and she gets a little giddy. Yeah.
Listen.
I don't know. It sounds a little projecty.
Listen, here's what I'll say. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't find other people attractive. I have found other people attractive. I've never come across anybody that I have been like jumping out of my own shorts to be like, hot damn. I just haven't. Now, there could be a day. Who knows?
Look, I mean, I get it. You have a very specific type. Slightly chubby, bald, 40-plus-year-old, Quasimodo, peg-legged.
I was just going to say her type is Dave, but you said all of that, and now I.
But it's true. When I mention men that I find attractive, it's all brown guys. I like brown guys.
Way to open it up on Instagram now. We're all going to start messaging.
Listen, I'm just saying. So anyway, but yeah, so
does he want us to cut that?
Who?
I don't want this to cause issues.
Why would this cause issues?
No, you don't need to cut
that. We joked about this last night. We were laying in bed talking. I don't even know how we got onto the flirting thing, and we were just joking about it. But it's true. It's a biologic response, or is it physiologic?
I don't think biologic is a word.
I think it's biological is definitely a word.
Biological is.
Biologic is a word. Biological is a word. Physiological is a word. What I mean is your body does respond to people you find attractive.
Is biologic a word?
Oh my God, she's checking me.
Yes, biological is a word.
No, just biologic.
It's an adjective derived from the word
So, yes.
We haven't had this conversation yet. Not on here. We haven't had the conversation yet. Well, I don't know that we have with everybody else. What is this? What is this that you're sending? Okay, I'll look at it in a minute. Huh?
Are we in trouble?
I don't know. Oh my God.
Get down.
Dave just texted me an Airbnb. Am I telling this on the show? Dave just sent me a adult only kink BDSM themed role play Airbnb.
Go on.
He said he's booking it.
Go on. What do you mean role play? Is there burglars?
I don't know. It's showing the kitchen, the dining area.
Wait,
the bathroom, the bedroom. There's a stripper pole.
But it's not role playing like you and your spouse are sitting there drinking tea, and then there's a knock on the door, and you're like, well, who could that be? It's 12 o'clock at night. And then it's
oh my God, there's a gynecologist table with a light. What are you doing? You're getting a pap smear? Oh my God, there's tools.
That's actually genius.
And a stripper pole. Oh, there's one of those crosses with handcuffs.
That's fun.
Oh, there's one of those sex couches.
Yeah, see, I was with it until
and a swing.
I don't know.
And a table with chains. a massage room.
I wonder if we do their laundry.
Do we do your
Ew.
laundry? Oh God, I just realized what that meant.
Yeah.
So many fluids. Yeah. Okay. So that
Where's
is
it at?
right in our backyard, apparently. Okay. On that note, there's no way that place is sanitary. That
Mm-mm.
I mean, take a black light in there.
No, that's crazy. Don't do that.
Shot.
No. Jesus. Take the wheel.
All right. On that note, I hope you all have a great week. Don't leave, Tiffany. We have to have a little teeny tiny conversation.
Okay, teeny tiny, because I have a podcast interview at 11 and I don't have makeup on. I have to do something with my face.
Wow. You'll do it for others, but not for us. Biatch. You know, I'd like to wake up to something pretty every now and again.
Yeah, I know you would. I'm so sorry that this is what you are presented week after week.
Bare naked, ass up to the street.
Just looking like Quasimodo with a peg leg and a hyena face.
He does. He goes like this. Hi.
No, there's no way.
All right. Join us next week for another episode of Take It
Or Leave It, an
And
advice-ish podcast
Whoops.
hosted by two struggling moms
Who have no idea
idea
what we're
what we're
doing.
doing.
We'll see you next time.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, Lord Kiki, it's okay. Let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. And the stream. All right, hold on. Let me see if he's coming back in.